Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. Yeah. Well, I'll just talk to the people that are here while we're getting this figured out. Welcome to the show today. And Arlene will be with us as soon as she figures out what the technical thing is going on. I'm hoping you're enjoying your afternoon, and we'll be with you shortly. Send us good energy. So while we're waiting for this, let's just think about what last our one for the month is. Presence is one of our cards, and we can just take a moment to reflect on how presence has been here in our lives in this last week, and also these three colors: the turquoise, the pink, and the indigo. Just reminding us to kind of think back about our week and ask, how have these helped us? Where have they shown up in our lives? Maybe it's a synchronicity. Maybe it's the pink teaching us to take care of our inner child. Maybe it is the turquoise saying, this is the time to step up to your true calling. So I know that all of these have been very relevant to me in this last week. Anyway, here's presence again. And it's like here, there, and everywhere, it says, and it surrounds us. And we can tap into it at any time. And I'm just going to hold it a little closer so you can see that not only the colors, but the center piece, and see how the sacred geometry plays out there. And then out as it moves out in circular form, and then spikes outward to, send it out to the universe, send it out where our attention might be going. And I should say, for those of you that are listening later on, This is the Friday Energy Focus of the Week for Transformational Tools. And Arlene will be with me as soon as she can. Yeah, I see you, Jody. You had trouble getting in. Well, Arlene's having a little trouble getting in herself on the audio aspect. So we're just taking a few minutes to recall last week's, or for the month, that is, where was these cards coming. Sorry. I was going to say, for those of you that are listening later that couldn't make it here today, we're having a little technical difficulty, but we are moving into the show as soon as we can. And meanwhile, I'm just going to keep going. Talk about unexpected things, right? Things that pop up that you don't expect, and then here you are. Well, that's where I am. So, in the cards that were coming for this week, as I was meditating on them, I went into that place where I go before we really choose the cards, before they come to us. And the ones I got were very, very good, very interesting. And I think we're going to find that these fit our needs right now, and they speak to them in a way that is so like divinely orchestrated. And I'm so glad. I'm just going to go on as if I am it today, because I might be. Who knows? Okay. So the first card I drew was here she is.
Hello.
And she's back with her voice. Woohoo! Yay!
Sometimes I'm tech savvy and sometimes not.
It happens. It happens. Are you coming back?
They're right back.
Okay. So I don't know if you were listening, but I went ahead and put up the cards for the month.
Okay.
And just looked at those and asked us to reflect on how these colors had helped us, whether it was one of the three colors that were picked, or whether it was this one, presence instead. Okay.
Do you mind if I make a comment about that?
No, I'd love for you to add to it.
Because this one that's called Presence, our theme for this month, for the whole month, is stand as presence in the mishmash. I think it's one of the most important themes that we could have for this month, because we truly are in a time of mishmash. And it'd be interesting for all of you who are listening to put up what it is that you know about the mishmash. What does that mean to you? And the other thing is that when we stand as presence, we are standing as our soul self, our true self, our authenticity. And when I see this in my mind's eye, I see us, it's almost like a sea around us, and then I see us standing up, and you see others who are standing up as their true selves and saying, I am not going to be taken over by this energy that's in the mishmash. And some of it's good and some of it's not good. I mean, in terms of how it affects us, but it's always how we learn. When we stand up and we are present and we are there, we learn something, and hopefully we bring something to the world, and we certainly need that at this time. And I'm going to turn off the music so that it is okay.
Yeah.
And then I want to see where we are in the Opa's here. Oh, great. Jeannie and Opa and Dodie, yay. And Cindy is here too. Yay. So what I feel like is, we did this figuring out the months for the whole year. So when I think of the fact that this was part of what we picked up clear back in January, it's really interesting to me that we can know if we put our tentacles out there and that it isn't always exactly what we thought it was going to be. Okay, they're saying no YouTube. Wow. Okay, view on YouTube. Let's see. No, that's not it. Wow, I don't know why it's not showing on YouTube because it says we're connected.
Well,
so sorry. Jeez. Jeannie's watching on YouTube. Okay. Yay. Okay, so we are okay. Yeah, I did shut off the music, Dodie. I'm kind of a little bit rattled. Come back.
Back in our body. Yeah.
And the other thing is, I wanted to just point out to people that this strength in indigo is so much a part of this card. There's so much indigo in both of them, and indigo is the knowing that we have that goes beyond the physical. And it is so important that we are tuned into that now. So pay attention to that. And for those of you who get our newsletter, there is a meditation in there that I think that you will love. That is the pink, and it puts you up in the clouds. I love it because I can just feel myself falling back on a cloud and just being there and relaxing and being able to be who I am. And then just one other thing, and then I'm going to turn it back to you, Leslie. The indigo, the turquoise is a part of how we understand our purpose in life. And because we are all evolving, we are in the process of shifting a little bit what our purpose is. So I really encourage you to be able to be with the shift that's going on. And I don't know for me exactly what it is yet, but I can feel it. And so I hope you won't give up on it. And if you don't exactly understand what it is, just stay open to it. So there's so much here. That is why I hope you will also go on YouTube and look and listen to the energy focus of the month that's on there. Okay, back to you, Leslie.
Okay. Well, that means we're ready to go into the focus for this week. So the card that came was love. And if you have that, maybe you can hold it up too while I'm...
Okay, I will do that. I have it out here.
Yeah. Right. See, I always have trouble with turning this thing. There we go. There we go. All right. The main focus was to remember who we are, with that we are one with our divine source. And I'm going to read you a little bit out of the message section. I am the creative. Oops, sorry. I have the wrong page here. Don't want to do that. Now as the veil thins, humanity sees clearly that love was never lost. Compassion, acceptance, transformation, encouragement, allowing, embracing, offering, and co-creating are all available as we remember we are one with our divine source. You were birthed. Just a minute. Remember that you were birthed from love. Therefore, you are a rainbow energy imprint of love. That really stood out to me as well about this card. Changing how you see and understand the situation, whatever that is, helps you develop your colors, your many colors. Within and without and in full view, it is all love. And it talks about the ocean waves being endless. I'm forever holding you, a place for you, reminding that you are love, the essence of love. And I think that helps us to really focus our intention and focus our longing, if you will, to remember that we are one with the divine source and we're directed, led, guided, and helped through whatever we're going through. And to see it as to see it in a way that is helpful, that is growth producing, no matter what. I mean, sometimes I know for myself that sometimes can be challenging, to look at, oh gosh, this thing happened, and how is that going to be beneficial, and sometimes it means I wait a while, or sometimes I just say to myself, I intend for that to be, I intend for this to be a place of working that out. And I know you have a lot more to say on this one, Arlene, so I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, this is the one that my husband Peter and I used at our wedding. And I always go back to it because it has what I think are the energies of the essence of who we truly are. Not that we always act out of these energies, but this whole idea of compassion, acceptance, transformation, encouragement, allowing, embracing, offering, and co-creating. And all of that is available to us no matter what's happening out in the world. And all of that is really a part of who we are at our core. And if we live from that place in our core, we are truly standing as presence in the midst of whatever is going on. And this is not an easy thing to do because most of us have a tremendous openness to all the energy that are going on. And there are energies of grief, and there are energies of power, which there are lots of words you could put to that. And there are energies of feeling small, and there are energies of anger, and energies of celebration. And I mean, it's a huge mishmash of different kinds of energies. So what I really encourage us to do is to remember that we have a membrane around our energy field, and we need to really keep that membrane clear. And what that means is that what I look at it as, I go to that membrane and I intend that on the outside of that membrane, there is a very shiny silver. And on the inside of that membrane, there's a very strong gold. And that really keeps other energies outside of here, because you can feel what's going on if you put your attention out there. But it doesn't have to come into your energy field. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing is, if I found that because sometimes we're more vulnerable than we realize, and we do take that on. And I find that if I just do the rainbow sweep, which is for me this morning, what I was doing was I was doing it under a waterfall, because you know how you see the colors in the water as in the waterfall. And so I was just seeing all the colors coming down like a waterfall through my energy field, through my body, and all the way down below my feet. And then I saw myself standing in a pool below the waterfall and allowing all the colors that I needed in my body to come in and go to the exact right place. So that's just one of the tools that we can use when we feel like I'm not myself. And what Leslie and I did in the training for color therapy is we used to ask, okay, is this my energy, somebody else's energy, or both? And that way you can, if it's somebody else's energy, you can just intend that that energy leaves you, because that doesn't help the other person, it doesn't help you. And if it's both, you just acknowledge what it is that's your part, deal with that, and then have the other energy go, so you can just deal with you and who you are. Okay.
I really like the waterfall part too, and I've used that at times too. And recently I've been reading about, the qualities of water, and Dr. Emoto's suggestion that we, put that love and that healing energy, and the 13 grandmothers speak of it too, about the water is healing, and how much, as we acknowledge the water and thank it and that kind of thing, that is also part of our intention going out to find this healing. And so I like to do it in the water too sometimes, but sometimes I just do it on the rainbow itself, which is
and the rainbow is fun too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so on to the color cards for this week. There were 2, and I'm going to do them both together, and I know that sounds weird, but I'm going to do them anyway. The first one was the lesson in red, and the second one was the strength in green. Let's see if I can get these up there. Okay, and basically, it talked about in lessons for red, if your first chakra, the red chakra, is blocked, that it can have consequences in your body, and it can have consequences in your intentions going out. And that this is the area that is about passion, drive, doing, and acting. And when that is not working right, when it's blocked, then it has to go somewhere. So it can come out in anger, it can come out resentment, it can come out in different kinds of ways that you really maybe don't want it to come out, because that doesn't represent who you truly are. And sometimes if the anger comes out, it can show you, oh, okay, I just need to get this out, I need to express myself, and I need to look at look at that part of myself and say, how am I out of balance, maybe. And the green is its complementary color. So that green is the strength in green, says integrated, growing, and loving. And really, when these two work together, you have the very best, because you enter into that green center in the heart, and it brings you balance. And I know that we've done stuff like this for Christmas, because that seems to be the colors, but it brings the stress level down. It really does when we add that green to the red, And red can happen when you get super busy and you're trying to get everything done, and you get impatient and, stressed out. The green can really help with that. So these really wanted to go together this week and say, look out for what might be coming up, and use this to balance the energies so that you won't be so stressed. And do you have anything you want to add to that?
You know what I want to do is use the healing exercise for red. I think it's a really big help right now. So as you sit in quietness, picture the molten core of the earth as if it were the center of a volcano. Feel its vitality and strength. And just go there now. Feel this center of the earth. It's one of the centers, and it is a volcano center. And just feel its vitality, because that is what red can be, a vitality and strength for us. Allow this energy to move up through the earth, into the bottoms of your feet, up your legs, and into the base of your spine. This is the center of the red energy. Now let's breathe into that red energy. Feel how you are connected to the earth through this volcanic core. Experience your vitality increasing, your focus clearing as you breathe in this red energy from the earth. And now breathe in the green that you find on the face of the earth, through the trees and the grass and other things. There's this beautiful, vital green. And breathe that green into your heart. And now this is a little different than what's in the book, but I want us to imagine that the green that's in the heart area, that there is a figure 8, an infinity sign, and it moves through the green in the heart and down, around, and through the red in the first chakra, and then back up into the green and around, down through the red. And just feel that connection between the red and green. The green is our feminine, receptive energy, and the red, as Leslie said, is that active energy. And today, especially when so much is going on, we need to have that balance. And then when you've finished that, and this is so simple, you can do this for you anytime this week, then just remember that what you're doing through that infinity sign, that balance sign, is that you're bringing together your masculine and feminine energy, and you are bringing together the balance that you need that will increase your vitality, not turn it into anger, but increase it to have you know that you have what you need to carry forward in your work, in your relationships. We don't have to be depleted by what's going on. And we can open our hearts, and we can be here and be present. And as long as the red and the green are working together, the green is safe. It's opening up, and it's okay. And that's our feminine energy.
Yes. Wonderful. That really felt good to do that exercise.
Did to me too.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to speak about the vortal, or do you want to just?
Yeah, I want, for those who may be new that are with us and those who are here already, the vortal is our group that comes together, and we do that once a month. And then they will also have other opportunities, like the Journal with Your Knowing Self that's coming up twice this month. And in this vortal community, we are here together. As you know, Leslie and everybody knows, when you get a group of people together that have the similar intentions, it's very powerful. And as we're in a time when we really need each other, the Vortal is really a wonderful place to gather and be together. And so if you would like to be a part of the Vortal, just go to transformationaltools.com, and on our homepage it will tell you more about it and how you can join. It's just $7 a month. And this Sunday, those of you who are part of the Vortal, this Sunday is our time that we get together as a group. And I'm going to bring some of the information that we have from this month, from the theme, because there were like 6 things. And so just picking out 3 of them that we can work with. And then we will go into small groups to understand better some of this kind of thing. And that's this Sunday, the 10th at 2 p.m. And the link, for those of you who are in the Vortal, the link is in your email. Please be sure to go and see that. And for those of you who are not yet in the Vortal, or maybe haven't decided yet, what you want to do is to come and join us for the Journal with Your Knowing Self. I'm telling you, it saved my life because I tend, like you, to pick up other energies, and I allow myself to kind of get caught up in things sometimes. Well, I can sit down and I go into my inner knowing, and sometimes it's also guides or ones that help me that will come as well, but mostly it's your own knowing inside. And we put a question out that we want an answer for, and then we just begin to write. It's like allowing the hand to write the answer. And when you're in a group doing this, it really makes the energy stronger and the answers come more easily. So I just want you to know that we have those 2 opportunities here for Journal with Your Knowing Self. Please go to transformationaltools.com/events. That's where you can sign up for the newsletter, and that's where you can find out what the dates are, and you can sign up for the Journal with Your Knowing Self. It's just $25, and it's an hour and a half of a beautiful experience together. If any of you who are here have already been a part of that, you might want to just write us a short sentence about what you feel you gain from doing the Journal with Your Knowing Self.
Yeah. Yep, it's a great class. I will say that. You can really get focused in, and having other people there as encouragers and everything else, that's really special. Thank you for that. Okay, so I think we're ready to do some readings for people. And I think we start off with Jeannie. And
do you want me to do luminary or color?
Yeah.
Okay, luminary. All right.
Yeah.
Got to get all the luminaries back in one place here. Jeannie, I didn't even stop. This one just presented itself.
It flew out.
Core Crucible. And what I want you to notice, Jeannie, is that it also has turquoise in it. And I feel that there are ways in which some things that have been before are being transformed. And I think that this turquoise is bringing forward some new understandings of what your life is about. And it's kind of like, I see that, do you see out on the edge here the turquoise goes out there, what I'm feeling is that it is like it's like an energy of what's next for you in terms of your life purpose is already starting to go out, or it has been for a while, but there's sort of like we're tweaking things. And if you notice the yellow in the center here, that yellow is how you are becoming more confident of what it is that you're here for. And you're realizing that it is an everyday thing. It's not some big thing that's coming up, or some that you have to know something, or you have to be prepared for something. It's what's inside of you, Jeannie, and it's already starting to come out. So you might want to catch up with it. And just see if you can come and do some journaling with us and see what more specifically what that is about.
All right. And I got the lesson in purple for Jeannie. And it says, transcend your difficulties. And yellow is the complementary color of purple. And for some reason, yellow really stood out to me as I looked at this card. It was like, transcend your difficulties in that not only purple, but yellow. It's like the yellow wants to speak and come forward and put it out there. I think it has to do with your card that you got from from Arlene. It's putting your ideas, your just your energy, the way you put it out there, wants to be augmented or somehow shifted to a place where, and it might not feel like, oh, this is comfortable, but it might be like, okay, well, it's here, it presented itself, let's see what happens. And when you put it out there, it just seems to move into being expressed. And boy, this definitely comes from your purple inspirations. So I think that's what I'm getting for you there.
So Leslie, I was guided to bring the big cards out for looking at our life purpose. And so I picked this one. And before, purple. I didn't pick it beforehand, but it just came up. And this is really a violet purple. And interesting, Jeannie, that this would be your life purpose. So think as you're working on this, what this is about has a lot to do with what you know inside and what you have as gifts that bring things forward into this world that is things that are needed now. And I know that sometimes that can be a little scary, but remember, this is guided. So don't worry about it. You are guided. And it's more than anything, it's what turquoise says. It says, say yes. Just say yes. And then open yourself to allow in whatever that is that's there for you.
She says, spot on.
Yeah, I see that. So accurate. Feels so accurate. Wow, we love doing this, boy, I tell you.
Yeah. So I have Ofa next. Is that what you have? I think.
I had Will in there somewhere, but yeah, let's do Ofa.
Okay. All right. Ooh. All right. I have celebration.
Whoa.
Celebration. Maybe you could hold that up for me.
Yeah, I will. I'm getting her other card here too. So let's see. Yeah, here it's right here.
So it is a vibration of the number 16. It says, hear the trumpets declare the wonder of the spheres. Join the chorus in joyous celebration. New life bursts forth as the old transforms. You've done your part. To me, this is having joy in what you already have brought forth And it says, guess what? New life is birthing forth now as the old part of you is transforming. So this is really indicative of new energy and celebration. you know, um, Looking back at where we've come from can be a real boost, at times and say, yeah, wow, I am more aware than I was 5 years ago. I am more in the zone. I'm in more in my heart. I'm more, able to do things that I couldn't before, and celebrate that. And also celebrate that, oh, something new is coming. That's exciting because we're in that new transitional period.
So one other thing, Leslie, is that notice that we have the red and green in here. And that balance is going to be really important for the celebration.
Yes.
And I love the yellow that's here too, because we always need that yellow. We got to have the confidence in ourselves. We've got to have the trust that what's coming and what's coming in for us is exactly right for us. We're never brought into something that we're not really ready for.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome.
So let's see what the color card is for OFA. Well, the universe always does this. It's the lesson. Oh, this is, I don't know, it's backwards probably, but it's the lesson in purple and violet purple. And it's what it says on here is transcend your difficulties. So maybe you're sitting there, OFA, going, how can I celebrate? So I think it's one of the big lessons of life is that celebration and other emotions and things come at the same time. And it's not that one needs to be there and the other needs to not be there. It's like we can deal with, let's say that grief is coming up. We can deal with grief at the same time the other things there are in our lives to celebrate. And it's not getting caught up in just one emotion, but it's really allowing all of those emotions and transcending difficulties. If you see here, yellow is the color that is the complement for the purple. And what you want to do is, the yellow is in the solar plexus, which is just below the rib cage. And the purple is in the head, from the top of the head down to through the top of your jaw. And the upper jaw. So let's do the infinity sign again and just go from the head down through to the solar plexus and then back up, and use that OFA for being able to get to the place where you feel really confident and you really accept this celebration and this time of bringing together your vitality of red and your heart of green. You have a wonderful heart. And this is really an important piece for you right now. So because of what we've said, I'm going to turn this around, because what happens when you deal with it as a lesson, you create the strength of this yellow and this purple together.
Mm-hmm. And that trust is trust in your guidance, trust in your knowing self, that will, you'll be able to shift this and be aware of it as you're doing it too. That's what I was getting.
So who do you have as next?
I am Dodie.
All right, Dodie, I'm going to see what you've got as luminary. The universe has such a sense of humor. All right, Dodie. It's okay. Now I can't even say it.
Ecstasy.
Ecstasy. So I would say the same thing here, Dodie. As you know, we can have a lot of things going on, and we can still choose a certain amount of ecstasy in the middle of that, because ecstasy, for me, comes from gratefulness. Ecstasy comes from recognizing the beauty of the earth. Ecstasy comes from recognize what wonderful friends we have, and it comes from loving our animals and nurturing that which comes from the earth, and just being present with family and recognizing, even sometimes when they irritate us, how much we love them. That's the ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
even when we feel this mishmash all around us, I find that we can really be grateful that we can learn from it. It doesn't mean that it will always be. It means that those of us that are standing as the presence can begin to learn some things from this that may be really important to the next phase for humanity.
Part of what I get for that too is, as where it says be present, and it's like present in each moment, then you are really able to tap into that gratitude, when you're thinking about, "Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful world naturally in nature we live in, and the special things that happen around where we live, and all that, and gratitude for your family and friends." And it brings us back to um, that place of love in our heart. Again, we're here back in love, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, we just get a little bit hung up with thinking that ecstasy is a one type of experience, and it's not. It's an ongoing one if we put our attention to it.
Mhm. So here is your card, Strength in Indigo.
Woo-hoo!
Yes. Let's see if I can turn it right. Strength, intuitive, and ancient wisdom. This also, as you know, has a balance of that saffron gold that is around your waist.
Yeah.
And you definitely have that strength to tap into your ancient wisdom. But this is reminding you, we're always with you. We're always right there. You are part of the divine, and you can tap into that. And the color of gold that is there, the saffron gold, is such a compliment to this. And I know you've probably put them together and used them together before, but it's such a brightening, loving, helping us to communicate, all these things. And you do such a beautiful job of that anyway. But this is about to be, it's a reminder, but it's also saying, you have these gifts to offer, and they may shift and change a little bit, and that's good. It's even more bringing more of that energy in.
I was getting to, don't forget, Dodie, that you are wise. You are wise in a wisdom that goes beyond the human understanding. And that wisdom is so much a part of you. It's like it's in your cells, it's in your mind, it's in your heart. So don't forget that that is always available.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. Who do we want to do?
Who's next? Let's see.
We've got Will and Sid, I think.
Yeah, let's do Will.
Okay, Will, I'm going to do a color card for you. I love this. Okay, Will, you are, and so often you are here, you're in the strength of orange. So, what this means is that you are really feeling. And I think it's important because, one of the things that can happen if we feel the world is just kind of weird, is that we can close down. But we don't want to close down. We want to be available to what we are feeling. That is where our true joy is. When we can stand in this beautiful place called Earth, and we can find what's so beautiful here, even if there are things that don't seem beautiful, and we can stand in that and feel that in that orange part of us. So that's well, we have someone here who's asking for a card, and we don't know who it is. We need to know who you are, please. I know Sid is here.
A name would be helpful.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm really excited for you, Will, because this is just such a big precursor to more joy.
And for his luminary, we have passionate ascension. Okay, and that is a vibration of the numbers 4 and 8. And let's see if I can read this and do this at the same time. It says something to consider. Intention and commitment to the spiritual journey have brought you into this juncture. Now it's time to leap with faith into an unknown world. Let your passion propel you inward to your core in order to combust outward into a new way of being without looking back. And there's those orange colors, passionate, and feeling the greens on the outside, beautiful green and turquoise, and mostly green, I think, and yellows. And the yellow is definitely there, speaking a lot of expression. And I love the spirals in the middle too that we're looking at. It says to use your passion and your courage, and it's bringing you this. It says dynamic propellant. I think the color card that you got will be a good balance, for you in the strength of orange, because blue is the complementary color of orange, and it's your, speaking and communicating, and you do that so very well. Do you get anything else with this one, Arlene?
Well, I'm just totally taken by how many times we're getting red and green here.
Yeah.
The red and green are not going to let us forget that they're here.
Well, yeah, very important.
What stands out for me are the 4 spirals.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is spiraling, but then within that are these other 4 spirals. And there's something about that feels to me like it is being birthed.
Yes.
So that's something to watch out for, to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it also feels very balanced to me in the way it's coming forward. So, says it's right where he feels it. He is. Yes, I can.
So Mia was asking if we weren't seeing her name. Well, what it is it just comes up as Facebook user, but it doesn't have the name or the picture. I don't know. Yeah. This has been a day of glitches.
It has. It has.
And we stand as the presence anyway.
Yes. Okay, let's do Sid next.
Okay. And I'm doing Luminary, right?
Yeah.
All right. This, I got to look this one up just a minute. Neomatrix. I get this one mixed up with one other one. So Let me go here. Matrix seems like a really important word right now for us. So, Sid, here's Neo Matrix. Okay, what I'm getting, Sid, is that your own energy field is creating a new matrix. And what it says in here is that the new matrix forms and reconfigures energy fields, causing the DNA, the cells, and the blood to change. And it's important to comfort the body through this. So, what I'm getting, Sid, is that you have been doing so much evolving that the body and the whole energy field needs a new matrix. It needs a matrix that is vibrating at the same level that you are. Otherwise, it means that the body sort of gets held down. So if you've been feeling that the body was being held down, that may be partly what is going on there. So if I believe that the most important thing you could do, and this is not what I would have said some time ago, but partner with the body to create the matrix. You know, we always think of the body as not part of our spiritual process. It really is. If it can't keep up with what we're doing, or if we don't pay attention to its needs, it is going to, unfortunately, be a heaviness that keeps us from moving to that frequency that we need to be in. Do you get anything else, Leslie?
No, but the card I got will add to this.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't hold them both up, but oh, maybe I can't. Pink, the strength in pink. Look at the pink in here.
Yeah.
Lots of pink, lots and lots. And magentas, that compassion and that sweetness of our pink.
Is it the strength in pink?
Yes.
Okay. So here. So I think, yeah, I think she's going to need the strength in pink.
Yes. And it says go to approach it with innocence, trusting, and loving. And I think trusting and loving, as long as you're in that love, the love that we have for this week and for going forward, you will be able to bring forth that innocence and trusting that what you're being shown is and what you're going through is to move you to this new place of joy and of creativity and all the things that you bring. It will be your new expression of loving the world, loving it all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
So we have Mia, and we have, I think that's the Mia is the last one. So
yeah, I think so.
All right, I'm doing a color card. I'm confused.
All right, let's see what comes up. Okay. So Mia, I got wings for you. Wings. It's the numbers 5 and 11. Like a dragonfly of delight, fly free into the depths of your soul-felt desires. This is where dreams manifest. I know we've seen dragonfly up on the Facebook pages lately, and this is really saying it's your soul felt desires are ready to take flight. And it says move in and around and with. So I'm feeling like there are places, pockets maybe of discovery that are going to be popping up for you. You already have a lot of potentials, but unrealized ones or undeveloped ones, I want to say, are ready to take flight, ready to be appear to you and to let you know it's time. It's time to do that. Completion of some things is also in order with wings. So as things complete, you can go, oh, thank you so much. I feel grateful. And I'm on to the next one. What could that be? So a really exciting time. Do you get anything else with wings? Really?
Just the one about breathe into potentialities yet unrealized, which you were kind of talking about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's really really important that we realize that there's more there just ready to come through the surface.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And blue communication, I mean, you've got lots there of how to express it. So awesome. Wow. We have time ahead.
Why don't you keep that one up and I'll show you what I got for.
Okay.
So I got the strength in gold.
Oh.
I'm telling you what, the strength in gold is going to really help you with your manifestation. And remember, it brings you back into wisdom, just like the indigo does. This takes you, I would say, into your, it's not past lives, but it has to do with the culture that you have come out of, that there are some wise ones in your genetic line. So go back and find the wise ones who want to come in and help you fly with wings.
Mm.
I think that's a really important.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Oh, Jeannie, you're so welcome.
So we're doing Mia next. Is that it?
I thought we just did Mia.
I thought that was Sid.
It was who?
Sid.
Oh. Well, I'm going to put that one aside for Mia and do a different one for Sid. Did I do one for Sid?
Pink.
Pink?
Neo Matrix. That's what I have written down.
Okay.
That's what we just did, right?
We were doing wings, and then, so I thought the wings was for Mia. Yeah. All right, you guys, sort us out here. Okay. So the pink. Okay, so
no, you're right. You're right.
Kid and and Neo Matrix. Yeah.
That was
so
Mia.
Now the wings was for Mia, and the strength in gold was for Mia.
Thank you. You know what? It's having to write them down and hold them up, and
I know it's too many things
written down. Sorry about that. All right.
Well, it looks like we're at 1:00, so past the 1:00. So we've been. We had a hard time getting started, which took a while. So yeah. We just want to remind everybody that we are that we have a newsletter. You can go to the events page, transformationaltools.com/events, and sign up for the newsletter there. You can find out what kind of things are going on at this time. We're going to be ramping up for some big things at the beginning of the year. So stay with us, and we'll let you know in December what's going to be coming up in January. So sorry for the late start.
Yeah. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye for now.
Bye.